Good morning, my dear students. So, in this second video, I'm going to explain you about the second type of game theory problem, that is game theory problem by graphical method. Okay, so to solve this type of problem, you need a graph sheet. Okay, so this solution can be done in the graph sheet only. Okay, so here. So before solving this problem, let me understand how to solve, that is the procedure. Okay, so graphical method, that is what are the steps we have to take to solve this problem. Okay, so step number one is, so this method can only be used in a games with no saddle point, okay, and having a payoff matrix of type n into 2 or 2 into n. So this such you have to solve the this graphical method without having saddle point. Okay, the payoff matrix which does not contain, which don't have any saddle point, such problem can be solved by graphical method. Okay, so that graphical method can be solved by n into 2 matrix or 2 into n matrix, where n is number of rows, 2 into column, and 2 is row, and n into column. Okay, so that is depend upon given problem. On such method is called, you have to solve by this method called dominance problem. Okay, dominance method or odd method. Okay, so the example used in the explain the in the procedure. Okay, so I am taken one example for same kind of problem I'm going to solve in the next slide. Okay, so here the definition says, using graphical method, that is first we have to draw the two parallel lines, that is 1 unit distant apart from each distance. Okay, that is mark as a scale on each center. Okay, the two parallel lines represent the strategies for the player B, and if the player B selects the strategy A1, player B can win, or you can minus 3 lots units depending upon the B selection of the strategies. Okay, so here this question means, if player A win means that is having a got profit, means player B will be lose something, lose, he will be less, that is something units, either it is minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, that is depend upon the given problem. Okay, now for I'm for this problem I'm taking minus 3, so I wrote here minus 3 units. Okay, so here problem can be played between the two person. Okay, player A and player B. Okay, so this is about the procedure, nothing is it, very simple, just to remember on how I'm going to solve, and you note down the procedure, that's it. Okay, so here question is given, question is given like this. So to solve the given payoff matrix with the help of graphical method, just to observe here this problem is belongs to 2 row and number of columns will be there. Okay, 2 into n matrix. Okay, so I wrote here the graphical method is useful for the game where the payoff matrix is of the 2 into n or m into 2, that is the game with mixed strategies, that has only the two undominated pure strategies on of the player in 2-person zero sum game. Okay, so just to observe here, the problem can be solved, how you identify means here 2 into number of columns will be there, so this problem is belong to graphical method. Okay, so as you I told, no, procedure is very simple. So just here step number one is what, as this 2 into 3 matrix does not have any saddle point. Okay, the given matrix does not have any saddle points. For such problem we are going to solve by graphical method. Okay, so how to solve, write the question as it is. Here the given player A and player B, that is in player A1 and A2, that is only the two rows will be there. In player B strategies are more, B1, B2, B3, B4, so number of persons will be there, not number of person, 4 players will be there. Okay, now B1, B2, B3. Okay, for now write the question as it is and assume the first row is p1 and second row is p2. I wrote here p1 p2 is not there in the question, that is you have to assume p1 and p2. Okay, some, if you refer some textbook means they may denote p, first row is p1 and second one 1 minus p1, whatever that, don't forget about, you just remember p1 and p2. Okay, so here I wrote the b strategies, pure strategies, and here a is expected payoff matrix. Okay, so here how many player b will be there, b1, the next step is b1, b2, b3, b4, right? Okay, na b strategies, and here expected payoff matrix, just to add the summation of two rows. Okay, that is in the b1 column first 2 p1, that is 2 is belongs to the first row, 2 is belongs to p1 and second 4 is belongs to p2, therefore write 2 p1 plus 4 p2. Similarly write second 2 p1 plus 3 p2 and 3 p1 plus 2 p2 minus 2 p1 plus 6 p2. Okay, once you completed this, go for the graphical, that is you have to take the graph sheet and mark here highest value is only 6 is there, in a1 highest value is 3 is there, and a2 in highest value is 6 is there. So take the graph sheet. Okay, now those these are the expected payoff lines are plotted in the graph sheet. Okay, these are the some expected payoff, these are called as expected payoff graph. Okay, this can be drawn in the graph sheet. Take graph sheet, write two horizontal lines some distance. Okay, that is p1 and p2, first line is called as p1, second line is called p2, that is this is one line p1 and p2. Okay, now mark the take the center point, highest is value is how much is there, only 6 is there, so you can write 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, so no problem. If it is higher means you can convert scale. Okay, so draw at the exact middle 0 comma 0. Okay, now that is red mark I wrote here. Above you write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and below 0 below you write minus 1 2 3 4 5. Similarly this side also 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 2 3 4 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5. Okay, so now, so first line I'm told already, first line is p1 and second line is p2. Okay, so now so see, just to observe here the b1 strategy b1. So why I'm taking strategy b1 only? Because here higher players will be there in the player b, so I wrote here p1 b1 b2 b3. Suppose for example in the player a more than 4 is there means you write here a1 a2 a3, then you take it. Okay, that is the one rule will be there. Okay, so once if you completing this graph, check the player 1, that is the first equation. 2 plus 4, p1 is 2 is there, and p2 is 4 is there. Wrote here just to mention 2, here both are positive only, 2 and 4. First b1 2 and 4 both are positive, so p1 is 2 and p2 is 4. Just to draw the line 2 and 4, just I know, just to draw the line I drawn here. Okay, now 2 to 4, just to join it. Okay, next b2 is 2 and 3 both are positive is there, again 2 to 3, just to join this. Okay, it is also over. Next third b3 3 to 2 is there, both are positive, so 3 2, just to join. Okay, next last one is this very important, last one is minus 2 is there. Okay, you take carefully here. So minus 2 and 6, so minus 2, just to mark minus 2 to plus 6. Okay, minus 2 is for belongs to p1 and 6 is belongs to p2, so minus 2 minus 6. Okay, once you completed this drawing line, that is graph, then how to select the maximum and minimum point, and how to take that, how to consider maximum value. Okay, so here just you observe, so always above the line is player a and below the player is b, that is 0 above is a and 0 b is b. Okay, so here the player b is maximum, so just you mark. Okay, so here select the downward direction, that is maximum point. Okay, so here maximum number of strategy b's will be more. Okay, so just to download maximum point you have to select it. Okay, so from this 0 line maximum point is what, that is that one corner will be there, that just to select that. Okay, minus 2, that maximum point, and 2. Okay, just to once you selected, then from that corner how many lines will be crossing. Okay, so one is minus 2 and 6, and that maximum point here, just to observe here, in the maximum point one more line is crossing, that is 3 and 2. That line you have to take. Okay, why I am selecting that maximum point to be only? Because here maximum is belongs to b is there, so that for that purpose only we are choosing this that point. Okay, so maximum above the line, so below the line means you have to consider player b. Okay, that is a profit. Okay, so here at the center there are two lines are crossing, that is I'm telling. So minus 2 and 6 and 3 and 2, so that is those value you have to take in the next slide. Okay, so here I took 3 and 2 minus 2 6, so can now a1 a2 and b3, that point is belongs to b3 and b4. Okay, so this is called as, we have to converted what dominance, we have to converted the payoff matrix. So this can be solved by only with the help of that what odd matrix. Okay, now what I'm going to solve now, odd matrix. Okay, from the above graph given payoff matrix is reduced into 2 matrix, and it can be solved by using arithmetic matrix, or it is also called as the odd matrix. Okay, so graph for the player a, and draw the two parallel lines apart from each other and mark and scale each. The two represent the two player a. The graph is okay, so you have from the graph that maximum point two lines are crossing, that 2 points lines I am taking here, so that lines are 3 2 minus 2 and 6. Okay, so now how to calculate the value of gain? So here I wrote 4 and 5 just to intersect the value. Okay, here I wrote 3 minus of minus 2. Okay, that is equal to 5, that 5 you write here. Okay, just diagonal negative. Okay, 2 minus 6, that is minus 4 you will get. So write minus 4 top. Okay, just to neglect the negative sign. Okay, similarly column wise. Okay, 3 minus 2 you will get 1, that right in the opposite. Okay, and minus 2 6 minus 2 minus of 6 you will get minus 8, that minus 8 you write this side. Okay, you neglect the sign. Okay, so now after completing this writing, just to add 4 plus 5 is equal to what, 9, and 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So what we are drawn, it is correct. Okay, now how to calculate this 4 by 9 and 5 by 9? Okay, So here minimum value 4 by 9, and just to divide that 4 by 9, 5 by 9. Why? Where we got 9? 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Just I have to divide that saddle point, that is the equal value. Okay, so similarly this side also 8 by 9, 8 by 9. So therefore the value of game is equal to what? 3 into 4, that is the last this side, and 3 into 4 divided by 9 plus 2. Okay, so here I told now 9 plus 2 into 5 by second one, 5 by 9 is equal to, we get 29 by 2. Therefore the optimum stress A is 4 by 9 comma 5 by 9 is equal to, and B is 0 comma 0 comma 8 by 9 1 comma, the value of game is 22 by 9. So the value of game is 22 by 9. That is your answer. Okay, so I will repeat how I wrote this. Means 3 into 4 divided by 9 plus 2 plus into 2 into 5 divided by 9, you will get 22 by 9. Okay, so this is about the what graphical method of game theory problem. Okay, I hope you understand this. Just to understand this, how to draw and how to choose this maximum value, that is very important. Okay, so how I chosen this maximum point means, so here is B for the strategy, B is more. Okay, top is B and downwards is A. So that's because of that purpose only I have to choose on that point. Okay, now so for that point there are the two lines of crossing, 3 and 2 and minus 2 and minus that is 6. So for that, with the help of this we can solve easily. Okay, so just to remember this. Okay, and this is very important problem for the point of examination. Okay, I hope you understand this problem. Thank you.